I was tired of everybody saying no. No, you can't do this, or you got to do this. And I think what I got from the school more was like, yes, you can do what you want to do.
Not so much who I am, but how to find out who I am.
Not so much that I learned it, but more of that I know how to learn whatever I need to learn now.
I hated school up until the point of being at the school, and I loved it after being here.
It's so fundamentally empowering as a young person to have adults and people trust you and cast you sort of on the path of life with guidance and all those things. And it's really affected me my whole life.
The relationships that I was able to have with adults and the interaction with the staff and with other people, it taught me how to take responsibility, how to be successful in life.
In the mornings, when she was in the traditional school, it was, Jeanette, time to go to school. Get up, get dressed. Where's your shoes? You know, you've got to get together. Now look, you're going to miss the school bus. And after a few weeks at the open school, Boyd and I would wake up and say, where are the kids? They had already gotten up, gotten their own breakfast, fixed their own lunches, and were out waiting for the school bus 15 minutes early.
People do work for themselves here instead of for a grade. They really care about their content.
With time and some success behind me, it's that I've come to realize that the open school prepared me in a much better and a much more profound way than my perception of people that didn't go to the open school or went through a more traditional sort of K through 12 program.
I guess the advancement of technology is opening up venues for students to need to be able to adapt. And I believe that the only way to teach adaptation is through giving different environments. So I think that the adaptation piece of the open school will definitely become incorporated into educational systems in the future.
And I like how we have voyages and how we make all these things. And you just think it's fun and it's just fun work, but actually it's real good work and you're having fun while you're doing it.
The other schools, teachers pushed you to do things, and if you didn't do them, they just got all mad and yelled at you and whatnot. But if you don't do them here, you have to pay the consequences by yourself.
The open school really prepared me for college. I didn't have anyone standing over me, so I got to make my own decisions. You know, I chose the classes I wanted to take. I took responsibility for my education, and that's how the open school is set up, where you are responsible for your education. That carried through college for me.
Oh, everybody's saying no, or you can't do that, or you got to do this. They weren't saying that. They were saying, leave no stone unturned. Turn the rocks over, baby, and that's what I do. I turn them all over. I want to see what's underneath there.
I think that passion is incorporated into any kind of meaningful experience and learning. I think that learning is synonymous with being passionately engaged in what you're trying to understand. So I think that the open school has taken that philosophy and I guess utilized it in a way that has made it possible for kids to understand what their passions are and then use that understanding of passion to further explore other curricular material or other educational material.
The day that I came to Mountain Open, I was in a very self-destructive pattern of not caring for myself, not valuing myself, and not really looking any further than maybe the next weekend. At the point that I graduated, I was actually able to see, okay, there's a future, and the groundwork for that future is the investment that I'm making over these high school years. The lessons that I'm learning, the opportunities that I'm taking.
I've been given an opportunity to find my own, find things that I'm interested in, that I can pursue, and I think that those are things that I'll be pursuing for the rest of my life.
Everybody needs a Jcos in their life, at every time. It doesn't matter if you're 40 or if you're 30 or if you're 5 years old, you always need a Jcos.